Immigration alert: big changes are coming on October 1, 2025, and if you're a skilled worker in the UK working towards indefinite leave to remain, ILR, you cannot afford to miss this update. The rules for ILR are shifting in a way that will directly affect thousands of workers, their families, and future settlement plans. Let's go step by step and unpack what's changing, why it matters, and what skilled workers need to do right now to stay ahead. First, the government has made it clear, ILR is no longer just about time spent in the UK. Until now, many skilled workers counted their 5 years of lawful residence as the key requirement. From October 1, that's changing. Skilled workers will now have to demonstrate active contribution to the UK economy throughout their stay, not just proof of residence. This means consistent employment, proof of paying taxes, and showing that you've remained in skilled work tied to your visa category. Those who've switched jobs without proper authorization, or who've had gaps in employment, may now find their ILR applications flagged or even refused. Another big change is with salary thresholds. Up until now, skilled workers were required to meet the minimum salary set under the skilled worker visa route. From October, the Home Office will require applicants to show they not only met those thresholds when they applied for the visa, but that they have maintained or exceeded those earnings throughout the qualifying period. This is meant to ensure that only those who've been contributing at a skilled level consistently will qualify for permanent residency. For many, that means keeping detailed payslips, P60s, and employer letters ready as evidence. Let's talk about continuous residence. The rules around time spent outside the UK are being tightened further. Skilled workers applying for ILR after October 1 must prove they have not exceeded the maximum allowable absences, and in some cases, even shorter absences may now count against eligibility. Business travel, family emergencies, or extended trips abroad could complicate an application. That makes it absolutely vital to track every single day spent outside the country and have supporting documents ready. Now onto the English language and life in the UK tests. These requirements have always been part of the ILR process, but the updates mean higher expectations. For skilled workers, the English language requirement is being raised to a stronger proficiency level. On top of that, the Life in the UK test will include updated content to reflect current laws, society, and cultural expectations. This signals the government's push to ensure long-term migrants are fully integrated before they're granted permanent status. Family members of skilled workers are also affected. Spouses, partners, and dependents will face tougher checks to prove genuine relationships. Authorities will now look more closely at evidence of shared living arrangements, financial ties, and long-term commitment. This is to prevent fraudulent or convenience-based applications, and it means families should be extra diligent in gathering proof like joint bills, tenancy agreements, and bank accounts. Another area of concern is the good character requirement. While this has always been part of ILR, October's changes expand what will be taken into account. Skilled workers with minor offences, unpaid debts, or immigration rule breaches in the past may face greater scrutiny. Even small administrative oversights like failing to update your address with the Home Office or a brief lapse in visa validity could weigh more heavily than before. Financially, things are also shifting. Application fees for ILR are set to rise again from October 1. For skilled workers, that means budgeting not only for the main application but also for dependents, who will each face the higher cost. On top of that, the immigration health surcharge continues to apply until ILR is granted, making the process even more expensive. So why is all of this happening? Officials say the aim is to make sure ILR is granted only to those who are deeply committed, fully integrated, and actively contributing to the UK. With rising migration numbers, the government wants to ensure permanent settlement is earned through long-term stability and responsibility. Critics argue this puts additional pressure on skilled workers who are already facing high living costs and visa expenses, but supporters say it's a fair way to prioritize genuine contributors. What does this mean for skilled workers right now? Preparation is key. Check your employment history, organize payslips and tax documents, review your travel records, and make sure you meet the language and knowledge requirements. If you're approaching your 5-year mark, don't delay. Consider applying before October 1 if you can, to avoid falling under the tougher rules. And if you can't, then start preparing early to ensure your case is strong under the new system.